Another state has joined the national redistricting battle. In August 2025, Utah Judge Diana Gibson ruled the state's congressional districts were unconstitutional and must be redrawn by September 24th. Utah's current congressional map was drawn out and approved by the state legislature in 2021 using data from the decennial 2020 census. Each of these districts is considered safe or solidly Republican, with each GOP candidate winning nearly 60% or more of the vote in both 2022 and 2024. The first district is represented by Blake Moore and represents the northern Utah cities of Logan, Ogden, Layton, and parts of Salt Lake City. The second district is represented by Celeste Malloy and includes southern Davis County, western Salt Lake County, and the remaining southwestern part of the state, including Cedar City and St. George. The third district is represented by Mike Kennedy and includes the southeastern part of Salt Lake County, the eastern part of Utah County, Heber and Park City, and the greater southeastern part of the state, including Vernal and Price. The fourth district is represented by Burgess Owens and includes the southwestern part of Salt Lake County, the southwestern part of Utah County, and San Pete and Juab counties. So what's the problem? Well, in 2018, a ballot initiative that would create a new independent redistricting committee was narrowly passed by Utah voters. The initiative became known as Prop 4 and led by a group named Better Boundaries. Better Boundaries was established as Utahns for Responsive Government and was chaired by former Democrat Salt Lake City Mayor Ralph Becker and included current Utah Republican Congressman Blake Moore as its treasurer. They also had major financial support. Disclosure reports show the group raised more than $2.2 million in 2018, with 72% of those funds coming from out-of-state donors. Yes, you heard that right. $1.6 million was spent in 2018 by out-of-state donors to change Utah's redistricting process. They even got the most annoying character in the office to make an ad in support of the initiative.
Hi, I'm Ed Helms. How long should I hold for applause? Don't hold for applause? That seems crazy. This November, vote yes on Prop 4 to shut down gerrymandering.
Prop 4's passage in 2018 did two main things. First, it created an independent commission that would draw Utah's congressional and legislative districts and submit them to the state legislature for consideration. The legislature could vote to reject these maps and draw their own, but they would be required to provide an explanation before they could draw their own maps. Second, it implemented stricter guidelines to prevent maps from purposefully carving up cities, towns, and counties. The legislature reacted to Prop 4's passage by passing SB 200 in March 2020, reforming the Redistricting Commission's influence and loosening the guidelines meant to prevent districts from breaking up cities. They argued the legislature holds the ultimate constitutional authority over Utah's elections, and the Redistricting Commission's map should be seen as suggestions. The Independent Redistricting Commission met for the first time in 2021. Its 7 members were appointed by the governor and legislative party leaders. Among the commissioners was former Republican Congressman Rob Bishop. Bishop represented Utah's 1st district for 18 years before retiring from Congress in 2021. Bishop would end up resigning from the commission before the maps were completed, arguing the commission's members overrepresented Salt Lake and the urban areas in the Wasatch Front, stating, quote, "This commission is designed not to work."
I respect each of you as an individual, but I'm sorry, as a group we suck.
The commission submitted its maps in November 2021, which the legislature turned around and rejected days later, choosing instead to adopt its own maps later that month. That brings us to today. Judge Gibson's ruling argues the state legislature's adoption of their own congressional map violated the will of the people by overriding Prop 4. It rejected the commission's maps without offering a public explanation, and it purposefully carved up Salt Lake City. And let's be honest, if Salt Lake had its own district, Utah would probably have a Democrat representative who would make a lot of the lunatics in DC look moderate by comparison. Republicans have already condemned the ruling as judicial overreach and vowed to fight back. Some speculate the appeals process could punt Judge Gibson's September 24th deadline to sometime in 2027, while others have dug up original district maps submitted by the Redistricting Commission as clues for what the new maps could potentially look like. Regardless of what happens, Utah's entrance into the 2026 congressional redistricting fight will most likely attract millions in out-of-state spending to influence our politics, something Utahns can't get enough of.